Hey guys, Cam here. Just a quick video here showing a bit of an update since my last one. So back in November, before Thanksgiving, I went on a ride with the tubeless system and I measured the pressures before and after and it was all good. Then I went on a work trip and I came back and after that I noticed that the front wheel was dead flat. And alarm bells ringing, right? It's like, man, shit, I don't trust these tubeless. The rear wheel's sweet, no problem at all. And what I found is that the high pressure inner tube had a little nick right in here, and they don't recommend patching these because the patches don't work over 50 psi, they say. So I ended up buying a replacement. It was only about 16 bucks for a replacement in a bladder, but the fact is I don't trust these anymore. So I'm actually going to go back to heavy duty tubes. I bought a 4mm thick tube, and I've put some red rubber grease around it as well. I'm not sure if that's going to do anything. Maybe it helps with pinching, I'm not sure, but it doesn't hurt. And I'm going to put some Stan's no leaks in there. They work awesome for mountain biking, so I'm going to give it a shot. But yeah, so today's video is not really about this, the fact that I don't trust them anymore. I'm probably going to sell this set. If I don't trust it, I'm not going to use it. I can change tyres fine myself, that doesn't take long. I'm going to keep the rear in there and see how we go. But this video here is just to show the way to mount your front tyre, or your front wheel I should say. Make sure it's aligned. And then with my new tyre as well, I haven't reset the circumference in it to make sure that the speedo works properly and the trip meter. So I'm going to show you how to make sure you set that correctly and how to do it. So yeah, we'll get into it. So yeah, before you put your wheel on, I'd recommend always give all these a clean out. You don't want any crap and stuff in there. You don't need to take the pinch bolts out completely when you're changing the wheels and stuff, so leave those in there. And then on the wheel side, what I did is I took these caps off, and I'm going to just re-grease in here. And then you should put a thin layer of grease in the actual axle as well before you get into it. So I'll go and do that now, and then we'll show you how to do the installation. So yeah, I've started to wear gloves. For years and years I never wore gloves, but I guess just minimise the amount of chemicals and crap that you put in your body. So start doing it. I guess most people do these days. You just got to try and break old habits, right, of who cares sort of thing. So firstly here now I'm just going to put a little bit of grease on each side, just to help with the seal, right, for water and stuff getting in there. The bearings themselves are greased, but this doesn't help. This doesn't hurt. Do the other side. So I'm using park tool grease that I use for my mountain bike. It's waterproof grease, high quality stuff, so should do the trick for the motorbike too. You only need a thin layer, you don't need much. And make sure it's all clean, etc. That's good to go. Yeah, you just want to guide the wheel in through the pads, and then use your other hand to hold the wheel while you just slide that through the axle. You can use a rubber mallet or something just to tap it through. And then what I do here, what you want to do is torque this nut on to 50 Newton meters. Then you want to tighten these pinch bolts, and then you want to finish off on this side and do those. To torque this side, you can actually put a spanner on this side and torque the other side. And if you don't have one, then what you can do is just tighten this side down, and then that prevents the axle spinning while you tighten this side, and then go off and loosen that. So that's what I'm going to do here now. So just using a spanner, just to tighten these a little bit. Doesn't need to be very much, but just enough to stop the axle spinning. And then you want to tighten this guy down, and it's to 50. So I'm just going to get my torque wrench. Now unloosen this side. Now you want to tighten this side up, the pinch bolts on this side. I had to get an adapter because the rotor was in the way. And I always check the other side again. Okay, that side's done. And then what you want to do now is take it off the stand, compress the forks a few times just to help true up the axle, make it seat properly. Another thing what I've done in the past as well is you spin the wheel and just put the brake on. But let's go and take the bike off its stand. Yeah, and that's how you put your wheel on correctly aligned, so the forks are aligned. Yeah, good to go. Hey guys, so yeah, I mentioned that I changed the front tire, and it's tubeless. It's got a tube in it now, but this golden tire, fatty, it's got a bigger circumference than the factory tire, and I haven't changed the settings in it yet to account for that. So that means that the speed and the distance will be incorrect. So I'll show you how to change that now. So up in the settings, yeah, so in settings, go under main and then arrow across and then go down to set, and then under set, arrow down to vehicle settings, hit enter, and then you can see there the wheel size. So here The wheel size at the moment is 2.145 meters, or 2145 millimeters. So yeah, we want to reset that, and I'll show you how I do that. So the way I do that is, you could measure the radius and work out what the circumference is, but what I do is I just run the bike, mark a line, and then roll it around till the wheel gets to the same point, and then just mark that again. So nice and easy, and you can do it. So let's go and do that now. So I'll just get the bike ready. So I've positioned the bike in the shed, and I've moved it so the valve there is at the bottom, and then I'm going to mark that on the ground. So that's marked. Now I'm just going to jump on the bike and just wheel it forward until that gets to the ground again, and then I'll mark the spot, and then we just measure between those 2 points. So I'll go and do that now. So that's the that distance between the 2 bits of tape is the distance I need to measure, and then that's the distance that we put in. So let's go and do it. I'll move the bike out of the way first. Yeah, so tape measure. Just go to the center of that, and then you want a straight line between there and there. And someone's decided to ring me, so I'll just pause this. Okay, so not important, someone's just trying to sell me crap. Don't want to do that. So yeah, I've got a straight line between there, and then it's just a matter of measuring this. So it will be 2205 is the dimension that I want to put in. So it's, yep, 2205. And so yeah, up in here we do what I said before, go into main, go through to set, vehicle sensors, and then hit enter on that, and it was 2205 is what I want to do. Yeah, and that's it. So yeah, pretty easy, and that should be good now. So now the GPS and the odometer from the wheel sensor will match up. So yeah, good to go.